Good morning, Aaron. I was hoping that you'd want to talk to me as you said, but I know that you're busy. So I've decided to do a video. It's a condensed version of what I actually wanted to show you, but it'll be enough to let you know that I know what I'm on about. Matthew chapter 24 is identical to Daniel chapter 12, and I'm going to show you. And where it says that nobody knows the day and the hour is another way of saying it's sealed up and secret because nobody knows that part. It's identical. Let's go to Daniel chapter 12. First of all, there is three parts. One where Michael stands up in verse 1 to protect God's people. That's 1260 days. Then we've got a time of trouble that's never happened before. That is the Great Tribulation. And it starts at 1290. After that, there's 45 days. And in verse 2, it's the resurrection and rapture. Many of those asleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life. Right, and that is all the way through. For instance, verse 7. The man clothed in linen, that's Jesus. He's got two angels with him. One's Michael, the archangel, one's Gabriel. And he said, how long will it be? And he said, times, and half a time, 1260 days. And then the power of the holy people will be shattered. That is, starts at 1290 and it goes right through to 1335 days. Then all these things will be finished. That includes the resurrection, all in 1335 days. But he said there, go your in 11 or verse 9, go your way, Daniel, for the words are closed and sealed up till the time of the end. Notice he said till the time of the end. So in Matthew chapter 24, they're still sealed up. No one knows. Here's the periods, verse 14. The good news of the kingdom will be preached, 1260. Verse 15, he said that at day 1290 we'd see the abomination of desolation. He even said, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, in Daniel chapter 12. And he said, it stands in a holy place, and whoever reads, let him understand. What does he need to understand? That when we see it, there's 45 days left. Let me show you. Daniel chapter 12. And from the time that the daily sacrifice is taken away in verse 11, and the abomination of desolation is set up, there shall be 1290 days, another 45 days more. Blessed is he who waits and comes to the 1335 days. And then as he explains to Daniel in verse 13 that he would rest in death, but when the days started, which nobody knew, it was sealed and secret. When they started and finished, he would receive his allotted reward and rise from the dead, the resurrection and the rapture. So, Matthew chapter 24, verse 36, we've got every little detail. Then it goes through to, immediately after the tribulation. Verse 30, the sign of the Son of Man will appear. And verse 31, he will send his angels with a great trumpet, the last trumpet. the one in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verse 16, for the gathering together and rapturing of the elect. Now this is the little point that everybody gets, that they just don't know what it means. Now the man in linen in Daniel chapter 12 is the same man that's talking here. It's Jesus Christ. And this is how he puts it this time. But of that day and hour no one knows, not even the angels, nor the Son, but my Father only. And I want to show you that in the original, because some have deleted some of it. Concerning that day, that and hour, no one knows, not even the angels of the heavens. And then it says, look closely, nor the Son. If not, only the Father knows. It's important to know that that's why it's kept secret and sealed. We just don't know when it starts or when it ends. But Jesus does now. And that's what I wanted to show you next. Revelation. Chapter 1. A revelation. That is a revealing, and it says here, it is a revealing of the mysteries of God. I'm just trying to find that. You'll have to read through it. It's of the mysteries of God. Right. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave him. You see, Jesus didn't know until this point, and it's God that gave him it. To show his servants the things which must shortly take place. And he sent and signified it by his angel to his servant John. So what's happening here is the little scroll that Daniel was told to roll up and keep secret, that Jesus witnessed, and those two angels, because they didn't know what day it started and what day it ended on the 1335. So he gave Jesus, who has the legal right to open and break the seals. He did, and he handed it to his servant, the angel, who handed it on to his servant John. And that is in Revelation chapter 10. And here he is. And I saw still another mighty angel coming down from heaven, clothed with a cloud. A rainbow was on his head. His face was like the sun. This angel is the archangel Michael. He had a little book open in his hand, which Jesus had given to this angel, because this is the angel that Jesus handed it to. And he cried out with a loud voice as when a lion roars, and when he cried out, the seven thunders uttered their voices. Now, when the seven thunders uttered their voices, I was about to write, but I heard a voice from heaven saying to me, seal up the things which the seven thunders, and don't write them. So, at this point, Jesus knows when the 1335 days ends, and they've just given it to the angels, and they are delighted. They are roarous with excitement, and they're talking about it. John hears it, but he's still not allowed to write it. To us, it's kept secret. And the angel whom I saw standing on the sea raised up his right hand to heaven, very similar to Daniel chapter 12, and swore by him who lives forever, who created heaven and the things that are in it, the earth and the things that are in it, that there should be no more delay, no longer, because it's been nearly 2,500 years already. But in the days of the sounding of the seventh angel, when he is about to sound, the mystery of God would be finished, as he declared to his servants, the prophets. That's Daniel. It's the biggest secret in the Bible. Revelation is all to do with about the revealing of the secret of Daniel chapter 12. Now, it talks about the sounding. I want to show you the original language. The seventh angel was about to sound the trumpet. It's all the same. It's the trumpet that Jesus sends his angels with to gather everybody together. Okay, let's go back. Now John eats this little scroll, right? It's really good message, very exciting for him, but it's really bitter because it's really difficult to take on because nobody wants to listen, nobody understands. But very briefly, I want to take you through the same periods of time. We have in verse 3 1,260 days. That's the preaching work, where they're counting the number of worshippers. Then, verse 7, on day 1,290, when they finished, we've got the beast that ascends out of the bottomless pit to make war and against them, overcoming and killing them. That's day 1,290. Once that killing, which is symbolic by the way, and nothing to be in fear of, their bodies lay for 3.5 days, bringing the number to 1,335.5 days. That's when the resurrection and the rapture happens. Look, 11. Breath of life went into them, they stood upon their feet, and they heard a loud voice from heaven saying, come up here, and they ascended to heaven in clouds. Resurrection and rapture, just the same. That is enough for today. I could show you a whole lot more, because I've been given this secret, and I'm hoping to get this message out to everybody. Because once we see this part of it, therefore when you see the desolation, we're all going to see that. Let the reader understand that there's only 45 days left. At that point, we also get to know when the 1,335 days are over. At that point, it's opened, the seals are broken to us. Right, that's it for today, Aaron. I'm going to send this to Mary, and I'm posting it on YouTube, and if you want to pass it around, feel free. It's up to you. Maybe you will ring, maybe you won't, but I really do appreciate all the work that you do, and I look forward to seeing you in heaven. God bless, brother. Bye for now.